Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got. 19.
Operating from the gun. Wilson being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Sack, baby. Sack.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
36 power.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up.
14.
On 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Check, 45's the mic.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
One left.
Now Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Wilson operating from the gun. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, end result, touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he completes it to Cohen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Taylor. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff looking right. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I can't believe they let you play. Watch the safety creep.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
12. 45. Hayward. Mike, 45. Good touch.
Wilson now from the gun. He'll throw. He completes it to Bryant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Wilson. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 40. But with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Check 45 to Mike. Go 14. Let's go. 45 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Alert, 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 alert.
Now it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Set. Put you running. Put you running. Okay.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
14, front it.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Now he'll escape to his left. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Complete to Bryant. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Bang out, bam.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Mike, 45. We go.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they try the right side here. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 10, touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together Charles. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Brings up second and 11 at the 23-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. Going deep here for Bryant. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
For a Seahawks. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
56 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Alert flag. Alert flag.
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he? I
think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Alert, 380. Alert. Hey, easy. Touch.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's third down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. Now Wilson on third down. Steps away to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it, the defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now it's Taylor. And he will not be able to